Hello and welcome back. We're going to be building what are called lists now, which are really handy when we want to move or have multiple objects do something at the same time. You can see that I've brought in some clouds. I have 4 clouds up on the top here. Clouds, I believe, are in the nature menu, and then they're just under other on the end. And there you can see those. There's those 3 different types of clouds. That's all I did is bring them in and bring them up to a height which is just sort of above the room right there. The clouds themselves, of course, I made sure that they were named Cloud 3, Cloud 0, Cloud 1, and I'm assuming that is Cloud 2. And actually, I'm just going to hold down Shift here and click all the clouds. I think I'm going to move them back just a little bit. Now, when I click play and I look, you see the clouds are just kind of sitting in the distance there. We want the clouds to move across the sky. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our handy code block, code area here, and I'm just going to click on this right here to make it a lot bigger. And then I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom down here. Now what we need to do is first of all we need to make a list. So in order to make a list, we're going to scroll down our side area here. We'll click on data, and you can see there's values, and I'm just going to click on that to bring it up. You can see there is variables, and I'm just going to click on that to bring it up. And then we can see here are lists, and this is what we want to use right now. So what we're going to do is, let's see, first let's create an empty list. So we're going to put that in there. And we're going to call the empty list just clouds. And after we've done that, we want to add those clouds into the list. So I'm just going to grab 1, 2, and just slide down a little bit, 3, and 4. And what I'm going to do is inside this list, I'm going to locate my clouds. So 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so what we're doing now is we're adding all these clouds into this list right here. So they're all contained inside this list. Once we have that, we are going to locate a new block of code, which I believe is under, actually it's under control here, the orange one down below. And it's called for each element in clouds. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab that and slide it down to the bottom there. So for each element in clouds, and these are the elements, element 1, 2, 3, and 4, we want something to happen. And what we want to happen is we want the clouds to move. So let's click on transform right here, and let's do the regular move clouds. I don't know, let's try 17 meters to the right. Now here's the part that's where often people get confused. This right here needs to be element, because it says for each element in clouds, move, not cloud 3, move element. So what happens is when you bring this slice of code in here, it automatically creates a variable called element. So if I go all the way down to data again, and this time you can see here's all my different areas. I can click on variables, that one right there. You can see there is this variable. We can now grab it right here, put it in here. You can see there will be a variable called element right there. So for each element in clouds, these are the element in clouds, move element 17 meters right. Now this is, I'll show you why this, I'll just show you what happens when I do this. So I'm going to click play, and you can see, whoa, okay, one goes, the next one goes, and then the next one goes. So they're actually all running one at a time, and we don't want that because that doesn't look very realistic. Plus they're moving way too fast. I'm going to say like 17 seconds. So we're going to go down to control again here, and we're going to go all the way down, and I believe it's under other right here. We're going to grab this run separately block. We're going to pull that in, and we're going to push that in there. So now for each element in clouds, move element separately. So that means they're all going to run. I know separately seems it seems like they're going to run at different times, but it means that they're actually going to run at the same time. So let's see how this looks now. much more realistic. That looks really good, and they'll just keep going that way, and actually eventually they'll just stop at some point over there. So what we could do, because they will stop, is we could put them in a loop where they're just continuously moving. So let's try this. Let's duplicate this. And let's move 17 meters left. So they move to the right, then we move to the left in, let's go decimal 0.1 seconds, which is really fast. And then they'll just run back up to the top again. And let's put that in a loop forever. So let's grab that, put that in here, and let's see if this actually works. So they're going to run over that way, 17 meters to the right, and then once they hit 17 meters, they should go all the way back to the start really quickly. Hopefully they're going to stop at some point there. There they go, see? And they're just going to keep doing that loop over and over and over again because they're in a forever loop. So yeah, hopefully, and I'll just drop you down to the code here again. Hopefully this code, you'll find it useful, and it doesn't have to be clouds. You can do it with anything. It's really a useful, lists are really, really useful in coding. So hopefully you've learned a little something here. Talk soon.